of these concepts are made to fight you. That's why your culture has to be important. You must know your culture. And the only way you can know your culture is by having a proper comprehension of your history.
Check who's going. Is that usually a factor in whether you go or not? Let's say like to what a music. Let's say a music show, an open mic thing.
Yeah.
Where you probably know of the people that are running it.
Yeah.
Are you one to sort of like check who's going or bring a friend to the thing?
Yeah. Like as in check who's going, as in like people just attending or people who are like headlining kind of thing.
Like people you know.
Is different. Like who do you know who's going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say yeah.
No, it's just like what do you call it? I rolled up to the live event, and I thought you guys were coming, but unfortunately you weren't able to make it.
Yeah.
Busy running businesses and stuff.
Family things. Yeah.
But, I got there by myself. I didn't know anyone. It was more relaxed because like everyone was in the waiting room.
Yeah.
And I said hi to one person. I was like, no, I'll just go say hi to everyone else.
Yeah.
So I went basically waited a whole circle.
Yeah.
And it was weird at first because it would be better if I rolled there with someone. Then I could have someone there to talk to.
Yeah.
Then I sat there on the little stool or whatever. And then Royal Freshness. Shout out you, man. You're a sick guy. He knows you. Yeah. See, Grace is networking. Grace is good. Grace networking can know that, man.
Don't kill me.
But I met up with Royal Freshness.
Yeah.
And we just got to chopping it up. And then like from him, and I followed me on the gram and followed back and I was like, talking to other people as well, you get to like when the whole event finished or whatever, got to talk to so many people, and I was like, would I have had that, or would it minimize that if I had my peoples around me?
Yeah.
Or if I rolled up there with people or with my friend groups, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I was just wondering like, what is your, I guess when you go to events, probably this could be just like a short answer or whatever, but when you go to events. Do you ever feel like I don't want to be by myself sort of thing, or are you more of like a let's just see what happens?
I feel like it's a bit of both. Depends on like what the event is, to be honest. There's certain events where it's like people can come alone, you know what I mean? But like there's events where it's like you're meant to kind of come with your friend like indirectly, you know what I mean? It's very much like group kind of events. Okay. But like networking events, I don't mind going by myself because there's people who are going to be by themselves anyway, so it's like chill. Depends.
I agree.
Same thing. Have you ever not gone to an event because you didn't have someone to go with?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Why, like?
But this is like when I was like young, 2018 maybe.
That's young. High school.
2019. Yeah. It was like high school.
Yeah. High school. If you don't have friends, then you'll have no life.
Was died. You would die, bro.
Even now, like if it's like a music event, I wouldn't go by myself. Because you know what I mean. Like you'll be vibing with your friend. It's kind of like an event where you just be vibing with your friend or like your friends. And it's like you can meet people there and still vibe with them, but. Yeah. You know what I mean? Weird. Does that make sense?
I feel like I wouldn't go to like night events by myself.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like a night event. Like,
I can't do that.
If someone's DJing, I'm not gonna go by myself. Imagine standing in the line.
By yourself.
It's a bit long.
Oh my god.
Do you talk to people on the line or what?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. I often do.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I've been on like a line, but no, that's crazy.
Depends.
I feel like I would be gutted to just go and you know that one person in the front.
This is vibing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me. Yeah.
Like bless those people there. If you're that type of person, like you do you.
Bring the vibes to them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, just really quick. I guess a serious issue.
Wait, can I ask you how's ball change?
Yeah.
You've been posting a lot.
Yeah.
That's how I've
like,
been
okay.
seeing.
Follow
the page, guys.
Yeah, ball change.
We'll link it there. But man, it's good. I mean, obviously, as soon as I mentioned, we're gonna be live in like June, Melbourne decided, Josh is doing ball change. Let's go in lockdown again.
Yeah.
So we went into lockdown. But then, regardless of that, I was still motivated. I didn't want to go to waste. You know what I mean? And I'm sort of on this journey of a bit of fitness, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
Trying to lose my little uncle belly that comes out when I eat quite a bit. Yeah, sometimes I'll be sitting down, I'll look at myself, I was like, it's not the one. It's not the one, bro.
Yeah.
But even just in terms of playing basketball and stuff, I want to get better and stuff. But then it's because I really find that when people put out stuff like that or put out content that is quite motivational, very many times we think, it's just whatever, but then someone on the other end of that video could feel like, let me just go to the gym. Like, shout out to Sophie Wanaina and Alex Suka. So those two people, Sophie for the fact that like she's constantly going to gym, and I'm always just reacting to her saying, you go girl, you go girl, like you do your thing, but then for Alex, he trains young people, like he trains young, and like to the point where he's like making them do essays. Like, it's not just basketball training them, but it's like telling them, write an essay on your favorite player, stuff like that, and that moves me in a certain way. You know, I'm thinking like, if that was able to get me out of my seat and say, let's exercise, let's do something, then I feel like I'll be denying someone. Not denying, like, but you get what I mean? Like, I could be missing that chance of encouraging someone to do something. And so, man, just like, even if it's like a short reel, I try that every now and then. It's like me skipping or something, or I'll be going to court in the morning soon. I haven't been going lately, but soon. Just recording a few things, putting it out there, making sure people are, motivated or whatever. And just for the sake of, I guess, ball change, people knowing that it's a place where you could sort of find a bit of motivation if it does anything for you. You know what I mean? So, man, that's where ball change is up to at the moment. Soon, very, it will change drastically. I have made a few connections in the live event. So it's like, see, now God is just placing people where they need to be, and it's going to be a kickoff.
A Mazza.
Mazzolini. But man, I don't know if we should go into like the serious issue yet, because the time is a bit. Let me check. All right. I should have. If I remember this, I would have segued it better. But okay, so as young people, we're trying to do different stuff. People do like uni, school, like it's different stuff. Like we're learning things about ourselves. We're developing, but at the same time, it's like our chance to start things as well. Do you know what I mean? Like jump into different ventures and stuff. And I was having a conversation with one of my guys on Monday. See, I'm going out with the homies nowadays.
That's good.
But like going out with the homies like for brunch and lunch and dinner and stuff like that. So I'm a changed man. Changed man. Go and listen to episode 1. Yeah? I'm a changed guy. Anyway,
that's good.
We're talking about having your eggs in a lot of baskets and how challenging that could be. Because, say for example, I would say in retrospect, but like just get the gist of what I'm saying. Like, if we didn't have a podcast, our life would be a bit easier. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it takes effort to do, to schedule. Clearly. It takes effort to schedule and to record and to edit and to make sure like you're putting your stuff out there, checking the site the page every now and then, and talking about it to your friends. Like, it's an effort, just like Vuli is, just like doing bags for people. Sorry, not bags, but masks.
It's not a thing, bro. Like, I'm not.
Bro, in my head, you just do clothes.
Literally,
every single time.
That makes them, bro.
And then you know, like, for me, it's ball change, and like for all of us, it's the pod as well. And there's different other ventures that we might not know about each other as well. But then there's things that we jump into with the hope that it's going to do something for us.
Yeah.
Or like it's going to develop us, or you want to start something like when we have the time, when we have the energy to do it.
Yeah.
But then it also becomes a challenge because he said you become a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah. So like, tell me how you guys. I don't want to say maneuvering because like we're always still trying to figure it out. As well. Like it's not something you just. Yeah. It's all
exactly.
Good. But like, how do you guys feel about having or doing stuff at this age or this, you know, in this bracket of your life? How do you feel about branching into different parts all at once?
I don't know. I feel like if you can handle it, then it's fine. I feel like for me personally, I can't handle a lot, and that's what I've realized recently. Because I used to have so I had this dream of having because I had an Instagram page dedicated to Ethiopian politics, and I had this dream of making it a whole thing, you know. But recently, I've literally stopped that completely because it's been mentally draining. Ethiopian politics is draining. First of all, and secondly, it's there's just a lot. I feel like I really can't manage a lot. Just me personally, and a lot of people try to hide that. They try to act like they could do all this. But I literally, me personally, I can't manage a lot in my life. It has to be me focusing on one thing or two things and then just sticking it out. Yeah. But yeah, I guess it just depends on you.
So would you want to though? Would you want to be able to handle it?
What do you mean?
So would you? So you say for example, the page it stopped, yeah. But would you want to be able to handle that and do other things at the same time, or is it because you know in a game, yeah. Sometimes you have to die a few times for an achievement to be unlocked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you have to sort of jump in the deep end to see if you can actually swim. So, are you sort of a person that has tried that and it hasn't worked, or is it one of those ones where I don't want to try it? I don't want to end up not being able to do it. So are you more of a precaution person, or it's damaged you at one point and now you've realized that you can only do one thing at a time?
I think it's more so it's just a very specific area to want to change. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because just say I wanted to create some kind of change in within the diaspora here in Melbourne, Ethiopians basically. But I felt it was just too specific of a thing to speak about. Yeah. Because you can't speak about that issue without speaking about the broader issue. Where it's it's not. So I think I couldn't really manage the fact that nobody was getting that. So I think now it's not me cutting that page off, but it's me thinking about a way to renovate the page into something more broad that people will get in a way. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't know if that
it gets
the question.
It's almost like you pick one domino, the whole thing falls over. You have to keep up with it. Yeah.
So it's I just couldn't manage the specifics of things. I needed it to just be broad and more make something that makes more sense to people.
True.
Okay.
True. What about you, Grace? Especially with the bullying that come on. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I don't know, I feel there's a lot of things I've cut off, now to kind of figure out my priorities, because obviously Vuli is one of them, so I've cut off a lot of things, even this semester, I'm taking a break off uni, not that I don't want to go back, I really love my course, I feel it's useful and beneficial, but there's other things I need to finish that are more pressing than uni, because uni you can always go back. I'm still enrolled in the course, still enrolled in the uni, so I'm focusing on other things that I need to finish, so it's kind of prioritizing what is urgent and what is dependent on other people as well. So like that's the way like I prioritize a lot of things. So it's like, is it urgent? Is someone depending on it? Then it's like something you should do now. Is it urgent but no one's depending on it? Then like do it later. And then it's like, this is what I want to do, and then this is what like I don't need to do. So it's like kind of like
what system? See, we all have that question of what is actually important.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, cool, we can make those decisions.
Yeah.
But then, personally, I have the fear of making the wrong ones. Like that's one of my biggest fears: making the wrong decisions that could somewhat influence my life or someone else's. You know what I mean? In a negative way.
Yeah.
But do you get to like, how do you gauge what's important? Basically, like, I know there's no answer to it, because at the same time, like, we won't get everything 100% right. Yeah. But for me, I'm trying to clock, because more time people have a way of gauging whether school is important. But then you could also be in a headspace while making that decision that is probably not thinking straight. Like, for example, for myself, I had an issue where I wasn't able to prioritize. So at one point I failed a semester, because during, like, towards the ends of the week, ends of the finishing weeks of the semester, obviously submitting big projects or whatever, and there was this tour that was happening, like a dance tour, so we were going around Melbourne and stuff. But then because I thought, I could go on the tour, because it's not a bad thing. Yeah. Bare times I was preaching once, and it's like, bare times, the battle we usually have, more time is not between bad, like good and bad. It's between good and better. Yeah. And so it's like, what is actually better, or what is actually, because bro, all of these things are good. Yeah. Like, Vivuli is good, school is good, like your friends are good, everything's good. But then, what is the best decision to make? You know what I mean? So for me, I ended up going on tour when I knew I had projects in the back. I carried books, thinking, while on tour, like when you have the little breaks or whatever, I could say, capaholic. Yeah. I did not touch one book. I swear, I did not touch one book. But then, the thing is that even out of that, it goes into another topic, but just for the sake of finishing the story, that moment, that even though it wasn't the best decision to make, because I could have finished and would have saved half a year, you know what I mean? Because I had to redo the thing another 6 months, whatever. But it could have saved me half a year and money, because I'm paying for it at the same time. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? Yeah. But then, out of the tour thing that we did, I was telling my friend, we were having this whole conversation, that at that point is because meeting new people, dancing, people cry and stuff and come up to you and like sort of want a hug and whatever. At that point, I really loved being around people. Yeah, like it changed my perspective on being around people and sensitivity. Yeah, this was before man was resting with Lorraine. Yes. Before them days. I changed after that, you know what I mean? But I loved being I ended up, from that moment on, I loved being around people, and like even the simple thing of like associating love with touch. So like I didn't like hugging people. Like, the man didn't be hug, but it's like your arms there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And for girls, it was like I was around like all my cool people, so it's just like a little spud or whatever, or like a little dap or whatever. But then sometimes, like, out of that tour, like, because you can't. I didn't have an opportunity to like push people away. Yeah. Like, you know, how can you preach love and then not show it? You know
like, what's going on?
Exactly. Contradictory. Yeah. But then out of that, I ended up getting that sensitivity to people and stuff. Yeah. And so, it's just a big question. And ask yourself that as well, like, for all of you guys who are, or if you have a way of gauging importance as well, like a strategy. Some of you guys are quite strategic with the way you run your life. I'm mentioning in the comments as well, because the thing is, like, see, when God is laying out your life or whatever, even though you make the wrong decisions, like somehow He brings the good out of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And so, yeah, it's not that even we're making wrong decisions. It's just that there probably could be better ones.
Yeah.
But we just don't know until it happens.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But don't live in regret, though.
Yeah.
I feel like I base mine currently off like fulfillment that I feel personally in doing the activity, or like choosing to do certain things.
Yeah.
And also like development of like knowledge and wealth as well. It's like wealth in terms of like knowledge, like whether I'll gain something for this, whether it's like wealth in like your network, like the value that you create in your network, and then the knowledge in terms of like the knowledge that I learned, the knowledge that I acquire from other people. You know what I mean? Like, is that aligned with my purpose as well, altogether? So those are like factors that I consider in like what I choose to like engage in, where I choose to spend my time, and what I choose as like a priority or like a sense of urgency and stuff like that. Yeah.
And I think you gotta understand like passion before expectation too, because like even kind of like with Grace's like experience with like uni, it's like basically she has a passion for something else, right? So she's taking time off uni because that sometimes can be an expectation for people, you know. You gotta go to uni, so I think as you just get older, you kind of realize that it's got to be my passion over expectations. Like I can still do those things, but it's passion over everything else. You know what I mean? But
See, but I have a question though.
Yeah.
See, because we probably won't answer this one because time's quite gone. But my thing is that as a parent, they would have loved to do, like, I reckon it's above an average percentage of parents don't do what they're passionate about because there's an expectation.
Yeah.
See, so there's like, in life, there's sort of like, there's what you need to do. There's what you want to do, but there's also what you need to do. And there should be a balance between both. Do you know what I mean?
But I feel like a passion that's like placed within you is put there for a reason. Like, you know what I mean?
But don't you think? Like, even at certain points of our life, there is a strategy to making sure you're moving forward at all times.
Yeah.
So, let's say, for example, if I didn't start Ball Change, I would have saved a lot of money. I spent a lot of money on the first event out of my pocket.
Yeah.
But then, let's say, for example, I needed to, so one of my dreams is to have a Ball Change stadium. So it will probably end up being something where I end up doing it full time, or like it's quite a big thing where I have to involve myself, right? Not just once time in a week or something. But then, I also have the desire to be an architect. And so it's like, do I be an architect first and then work on the Ball Change, or do I do the Ball Change first and then try and be an architect afterwards? Because then, with that, they're both good. And like, yes, there's expectations to be an architect because it's like I'm accountable to my parents. Like I want to be that, and they've put time and money into it. So like, there's that sort of positive pressure. I don't want to say negative. Positive pressure from them, like, want you to do well. Do you know what I mean? Want you to earn the big money that architects do and whatever. But then there's also my passion where it's like I want to do Ball Change too. But then I'm not sure what is better. They're both good. They're both great, bruv. Because they're both good. But then, what is better? Do you know what I mean? And so that's where the balance comes in. But then, see, when we do that the parent episode, I would love to ask that question. Because from a parent's perspective, I'm sure they're completely different. Because as young people, what takes preeminence is passion for the most part, because we have opportunity as well. We're blessed to be in the place we are, whatever. But so we have that opportunity to sort of like chase passion first. But then what about now when you get more responsibilities? You have a kid, you have a house to pay for, you have we pay for cars and stuff, but then like, you know, when you have that responsibility, something that you have to take care of. I get
that. I think it's just a lot of self-awareness. Like, I feel like whatever you choose will work out for you. You know what I mean? Of course, like, people make mistakes and things happen in life, but I feel like if you have a real desire for something, like, that was placed there for a reason.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like in your case, like, for me, for example, like, time management, I had to realize whether I should invest in my passion or expectation.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of helped me realize that for me, it's people over profits. Like, I want to be doing stuff in community. So I don't really need to focus more on, like, you know, like, things that will make me money and things like that. So I think it's a level of, like, self-awareness and literally just sitting with yourself and figuring out what is your... It's kind of passion the same way, like, but it's just, like, what is your end goal?
Yeah. You always have to see what. I mean, you have to see where you're going.
But, like, at the same time, don't stress about, you know, kids, this is that. I feel like we should just live how, like, obviously you think about your future for sure, but like
whilst you are single and you don't have any dependents, literally just follow your purpose, like what you feel your purpose is, because that's the most fulfillment you're gonna have, like following your purpose. You could die tomorrow and God's gonna ask you, I gave you a purpose, you're chasing paper.
In it, like, you're gonna you want to not do forex trading, but I had said something for you.
Are you taking forex to heaven? Do you see forex charts in heaven? Please come again.
But where's your Bitcoin? Hallelujah. No. But yeah, that's something we should definitely a conversation we should
unpack.
Continue. And continue to unpack. But we'll probably stop it there just for the sake of time and stuff. But yo, we missed you guys. I know you missed us as well, hopefully. But we really thank you guys for waiting. We thank God that you're still clicking on the thing to check it out. But yeah, man, it's been Grace. It's been Laws. Hey, YouTube channel, we've missed you guys as well. Make sure you subscribe and everything. Yeah? Let's say we create a celebration when we hit 100 subscribers.
Okay.
We might do a smash or pass face to face.
No.
Don't kill me.
No. I'm not doing that, man.
I'm joking.
I'm dead.
Especially in Australia.
Yeah.
No way, man. No
Get us 100k likes and we'll do another one.
Part two. No, but yeah, this has been Josh, Laws, and Grace, the Talk Podcast, TLC, the Seeds for Culture. I had to say it one time at least.
Remember that.
Pod. Yeah, remember it. Never forget. Go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Hit the link tree and follow us on all our platforms. We love to see you guys getting involved as well. But yeah, man. Road to 100 episodes of trying to be like TDP. Come on. Let's go. Laters. Bow.
Bye.
Get it? Yeah.